Hello again. This is Natalie's vlog for the week. It's been a couple weeks since I've written. Not written, talked. This is the third time I've tried this. Oh my God, I keep getting distracted. Um, so, let's see. I'm homeless. A couple of my roommates turned out to be absolutely crazy. The cops were involved. I moved out. I spent a week and a half with my girlfriends. I'm at Vi's tonight. That's all. I'm wearing my bumblebee skirt. Let me show you my bumblebee skirt. Isn't that a flattering skirt? I really like it, actually. Actually, I really like it. I made it myself, too. I need to actually bring in the waist a little bit. Although I also kind of feel like maybe I've been getting fat recently. I don't know. I've I just was texting my girlfriend about this. Like I've been in this kind of weird mood where the last few days where I feel like my transition hasn't progressed quick enough, which I mean, I look like a woman, and even today, yeah, I gotta say that today I ended up not shaving because I did spend the night with my girlfriend last night, even though I'm staying the last few days with Vi, but all my stuff is at Vi's, so I didn't get a chance to shave this morning, and I came to Vi's place, and she couldn't get back till 5, so I had to go the entire day without shaving my face. And fortunately, my facial hair is thin enough that the the shadow that I do have isn't really noticeable anymore. Whereas a couple years ago it was, and I've gotten some electrolysis on my chin, and it mostly was actually that no hair remover, which my no hair remover broke a couple weeks ago, so I'm worried that all this hair that I lost is gonna grow back, but hopefully not. Anyway, today I spent $29 on an epilator, which, if you don't know what an epilator is, it is like hundreds of tweezers, and they rotate around, and you run it up and down your legs, or in my case, I ran it up and down my face, and it rips all the hair out by the roots. And that is actually quite painful, but my theory, because oh my God, I'm doing this transition on such a budget. My theory is that my facial hair will come back in lighter, just like and yes, like if you wax and wax and wax and wax repeatedly, like eventually you don't really have much hair. Um, and I know I'm still going to have to get some more electrolysis. I'm actually thinking I might go ahead and get the home electrolysis thing, which I think I'm talented enough to do it, and I think I actually have the patience to do that. And it would save me a lot of money. Like I almost would rather do it, or I'm cheap enough that I'll do things myself rather than spend hundreds of dollars on things I can't afford. So anyway, gonna move in with my girlfriend next month. Yeah, it's going pretty quick. We're doing the typical cliche lesbian thing to do, where we've known each other for a little over a month, and we decided to move in. Um, Kind of, you know what? I'm actually kind of not worried about it because, one, I'm a lot happier with myself as a person, just in general, and like I'm not dependent on anyone anymore. So the worst thing that happens is it doesn't work out. I don't think she's someone who's crazy that I'm gonna end up miserable living with her. We're getting a two-bedroom in case the worst happens. And the other reason that I'm not worried about it, this is kind of the real reason I'm absolutely not worried. Because all that taken into account, it seems like it's almost like the forces of the universe are just kind of putting us in. Because I had this horrible drama with my roommates. I've been meaning to move out of this place forever, but it finally it was like it's time to move out. And then she's getting kicked out of her place by her roommate because her roommate's moving back to Colorado. So it's so like from a practical standpoint, it actually makes a lot of sense. It's easier to get a two-bedroom apartment. It's cheaper than to try to find someplace by yourself or try to find a roommate on Craigslist that you don't know and moving in. And especially like I don't know, the last place I looked at, I was looking at rooms for myself, and I looked at this one room, and I'm pretty sure the guy did not read me as trans, but his roommate, the one who's moving out, knows that I'm trans because she works at the 7-Eleven across the street from the bar where I work, and when gone in there a couple times, actually, you know what, I outed myself there because I don't know, I don't worry about passing because I think. Well, I do and I don't. Like, I don't like to be called sir. I don't like people thinking of me as a man because I am not. I'm not. So, as far as passing goes, what am I? I'm not trying to be anything other than myself. And I like to wear the clothing that I like to wear. I don't wear the clothing to be feminine. The clothing I like happens to be very feminine. The way I like to look happens to be very feminine. So it's kind of, and I kind of realized that early in my transition, like I'm transitioning to be myself, not to be a woman. And I'm transitioning to be comfortable with myself, not to be a woman, because how do you define what is woman? I'm gonna be myself. And if I am myself, if I look the way I feel like I should look, and I have the body that I feel like I should have, that like I know I like my brain expects to have a feminine body. It always has expected that. People are going to take me as a woman. If they know I have a trans past, I do, and I'm actually kind of proud. I'm proud of that, or I'm not ashamed of it. Rather, is better phrase because I really do. It's a medical issue. It is a hormone imbalance that is easily corrected. I think it is a prenatal hormone imbalance that causes a female to be masculinized. In a sense, it is like a very extreme form of PCOS, at least in the case of male to female transsexuals. So that, or I'm just rambling on and on and on. Now, the thing I do need to talk about, because I've been having like this body issue image thing, which just as a quick note, every once in a while you'll read this feminine literature that like criticizes trans women because they say that we didn't grow up with the body image issues that other women did, and therefore we're never going to be. Yeah, I think being just transsexual, kind of means that you have a pretty severe body image issue. So, so that's laughable to me. Yeah, and I guess the last thing is I'm going home to my parents for Thanksgiving, which I'm probably that's why I'm having these like body image issues because I'm honestly kind of stressing out about it because I've not seen either one of my brothers are both younger. I've not seen either one of them since since I transitioned, and in fact I haven't even really talked to them. I wrote the one a letter and I don't know if he received it. And oh my God, like I was not the best older brother, and just haven't been a good sister. I haven't been a good sibling because I really just don't talk to them. And a part of it, honestly, probably a big part of it was the fact that I was trans because, like, I mean, they were my two little brothers, and they got along pretty good. They were 3 years apart, and I was always I always separated myself from them. I think I was very much the older sister and the transsexual older sister, but especially like really because as a teenager, like I really withdrew from my family and it was really uncomfortable with close relationships with anybody. Um, because being female is like such a huge part of my personality. And at puberty, when my body developed wrong, the way, I mean, I'm gonna say in an unexpected way, um, I really withdrew from people because like society or ever it was just like, I don't know, it was, if anyone was close to me, I kind of felt like they would know me as a female. Um, and I, w- but anyway, so I'm nervous about Thanksgiving. I'm really nervous. Um, and I'm gonna go home on Wednesday, and then I'm gonna stay home Wednesday night, Thursday night. I'll be back Friday. I have to work on Friday. My girlfriend's working for 2 weeks starting Friday up in Baltimore with some movie that she's doing, and I'm looking forward to hearing about that. And when she comes back, um, hopefully she'll get all her stuff from Baltimore, and we'll move into a place together, and hopefully it all works out just fine. So this is going to be my video. I did show you my bumblebee skirt, right? Um, oh, and because I use the epilator on my face, and did I tell it? Okay, anyway, does my face look good? And look, I did my nails. I'm having a girl night because, I need a girl night. I'm watching, a tranny flick, and I am just having girl night. I'm epilating my legs, and I already did my face, and I just don't want my body to be really fine. Okay, so this is going to be my vlog. I'm going to stop.